Is weird, odd, strange, or just plain bizarre is really your cup of tea? Then, the Golden State Media Concepts Weird News Podcast will give you that fix. Can't believe it? Well, listen for yourself as Jordan and Keith delivers the strangest news you definitely won't find on CNN or Fox. It's the Golden State Media Concepts Weird News Podcast.
Celebrating finally getting Keith off of his stamp collecting fix, it's the GSMC Weird News Podcast with Jordan
and Keith. Yeah, I'm talking about my stamp collection, man. Leave it alone, dude.
I think there's better ways you can use your time, Keith, and that's...
Leave me and my stamps alone.
All right, no, let's not make this about that. You're right.
It's all good, man.
How's your week? I haven't really talked to you that much this week.
It's been good. It's been kind of busy and strange, but it's been good.
Normally, we kind of keep up with each other throughout. This was just, I thought you were dead, and then I see you today, and you're alive. It was
yes,
really relieving.
Alive and kicking.
So you had a strange week? Because that fits what we're doing right now with our weird news.
Just a little bit, yeah. Just running errands and doing different things, getting my ducks in a row. That's all.
Yeah, getting all those eggs in a basket.
Exactly. So Weird News is upon us today, huh?
That's what they tell me?
The Return of Weird News, episode 21.
Is it? It's 21 for sure, right?
Yep.
All right. We'll fix it in post if it's not.
Right. So I definitely wanted to start off with the story because we didn't get a chance to get to it last week with man rides his horse into Taco Bell. So
okay, yeah, that sounds good.
So he takes drive-through to a whole and ordering at Taco Bell to a whole new level.
It sounds like a Twilight Zone episode, really.
I know, right? I know. And this is on Instagram too, so you can see the guy running, coming in on this horse. So Lathan Crump finishes rodeo.
Lathan?
Yeah. Lathan Crump.
Like Nathan, but with an L?
Exactly, bro. Yes, I kid you not.
I'm sure he has to answer that
question. Finished his rodeo
a lot.
last week, and all he wanted was some Taco Bell. So the 19-year-old, so he's 19, he took his horse and he rode it in, So basically, in Hollywood, he took his horse into a Taco Bell.
Oh, this happened
restaurant.
In Hollywood?
Well, it says rode his horse Hollywood.
I'm sorry. The horse's name is Hollywood. Because that would be like an extra level.
Right, yeah. So Hollywood the horse. You got to, folks, we don't make this up. I tell you, we just don't.
In Commerce, Texas. So that's where the story makes sense again. Yes. It was so close to being weird.
I know, but yeah. So Hollywood the horse and Lathan Crump strode on inside the Taco Bell lobby in Commerce Township to order some tacos.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's on Instagram. There's like 2 different little Instagram videos of it. So
did he get anything for the horse? Do we know that?
No, let me see. Did he get anything for the horse? I don't think he did. It was all for him. He's being kind of selfish that way.
Okay. Well, also, there's a good chance there's horse in that meat. So, that's a good thing.
Oh, stop it.
You've had Taco Bell before, right?
Yeah, but
I'm not saying it's not delicious.
There's no more horse food anymore because I heard back in the day that, you used to get horse food in all kinds of fast food chains, allegedly.
Really?
Yeah, actually.
Are you joking?
No.
That's the most interesting thing I think you've ever told me.
Oh, thanks.
No, I'm not nothing to what you tell me, but that's interesting.
Yeah, that it used to be a horse meat, like
so you can get like a bag of hay with your Happy Meal.
Well, people found out about it, and then it got changed over, allegedly. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Ask your folks about that, bro.
See, that's what I want to be talking about.
Weird news,
here.
Baby. Weird news.
And I'm from the South. If they did it, they must have done it then.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, it was all over the country, allegedly. So,
wow.
Put that word in there. So,
that's so, man.
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I guess I just assumed this would have been a common occurrence in Texas. So I don't.
Yeah.
That's fine.
A horse coming into a restaurant to order food is not common. That's definitely weird news, bro.
Yeah, no, I just in Texas, maybe, like I said, if this was in Hollywood, this would be like, wow, but it's so believable coming from Texas.
I suppose, yeah. I guess, yeah.
If a state had to do it, let it be Texas.
Well, there it is.
Or maybe Montana.
In Texas, they say everything's bigger, allegedly. So
yeah, maybe that's
So that's interesting. So, since we're on the animal kick, bro, there's you see about the dog that got elected mayor.
Yeah. I tried to do a lot of research on that to find out what it is that dog necessarily did. Like,
I know, right?
Like who's running the government of that little town?
Mayor of Cormorant. How do you say that, dude?
It is. That's a tricky one.
Yeah, Cormorant, Minnesota.
Cormorant, yeah.
He got elected. I mean, and it was a landslide victory, allegedly.
Well, yeah. Why would you want to vote against a dog? Because either you're going to lose to a dog, or you're going to say you beat a dog. It's not a lot.
And the picture of the dog is really cute. His little mayor hat on. Yeah, he looks tired already. Like, man, long day at work.
Yeah, he's a cutie. I did a lot of research trying to find out what that would entail, being a dog mayor entail.
And the dog's name is Duke. But so what did you find out? This is his third consecutive term, apparently.
Well, any article that I try to find for this dog, it's just a lot of people coming up with little cutesy jokes about, what a dog mayor would do. So, keep the squirrels out of here or something,
Well, yeah. I mean, so what we do know is that he's 9 years old. And he's a great Pyrenees. Like I said, it's his third consecutive term as mayor, which is interesting. He's successful, apparently. And the voters paid $1 to put him on the ballot for the election.
So, yeah, he won by 12 votes, right? I mean,
and it was held during the annual Cormorant Days Festival. What kind of festival is that? And it's Cormorant.
Well, what kind of town is this? You have a dog for a mayor.
Days, they're confused. D-A-Z-E, not D-A-Y-S. So what's going on with that festival? But what were you saying?
You have a dog for mayor. Nothing's going as far as
they could be a progressive town, bro. I mean,
there's nothing progressive about a dog mayor. There's no
Are you sure?
It's about time kind of situation.
Are you sure about it?
Well, do you feel comfortable getting led by a dog? I mean.
Well, I mean, look, man. I mean, some people will argue that the dog might be more suited than the humans who are running for mayor.
I feel like those people would then not say that as soon as they had a dog mayor and go, wait, no, there's a difference.
Maybe not. I mean, I hear you. And apparently everyone voted for him with the exception of one vote, which was for his girlfriend, and her name was Lassie. It doesn't get any funnier than this.
I'm really apparently, originally when he ran for it, somebody lost to the dog. A shop owner actually lost to the dog originally.
What's that tell you, man? I mean, people love dogs, bro.
People
love dogs.
I think people also just screwing around though more than anything.
I mean, I hear you, but I kind of wonder sometimes, man, because people. Well, how many successful mayors do you know of?
0 that are dogs.
But how many is humans?
Still a good bit more than dogs.
But you haven't named one, so.
Because I don't know mayors, because I don't have posters of mayors on my wall. I don't.
But you probably have a poster of Duke.
John Mayer, he's a successful mayor.
But you probably have a poster of Duke on your wall. So.
Absolutely not, because I'm not a mayor kind of guy. I like dogs, but
I think you will like Duke as your mayor.
You don't mix them together.
I don't know, man. Maybe you do.
You don't put ketchup
this is a new sign.
on
Maybe
pizza.
It's a new era. Dog politics.
Yeah, no.
Look at you. You're all freaked out. Why would you do this?
I don't know why I'm the one having the problem right now. This is normally the other way around. I'm
exactly.
I'm the enabler
That's why I'm cracking up.
I guess it's because funny. I've just been doing. I did a lot of homework trying to dig to see.
And you couldn't pinpoint what his success was, could you?
Not the success. I mean, I know he's a dog, but what job does a mayor have to do in that town if it can be run by a dog?
Well, have you heard any problems at the town? Have you heard of any crime sprees or any high murder rates in Cormorant, Minnesota?
No, I don't hear anything about Cormorant.
I'm just saying, man. So they're doing something right. They might have a great economy. I'm just saying,
Oh yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
And apparently, he's not the first animal to be elected to the office.
Well, it's a population of 1,000, so this isn't they're doing Madison, Wisconsin. This is
there's been some other dogs. There's been a cat.
A
beer drinking goat named Mayor Clay Henry III.
Yeah, as far as other animals that are
I think that's funny. A beer drinking goat. I mean, you gotta kind of love that though.
No, it's fine. It just I'd be so much more satisfied if I just knew it
really bothers you.
I run it. Yeah, it's fine. I'm a janitor here, and I also take care of the day-to-day.
Well, maybe I have to go to that town and find out and interview them and be like, what's going on?
Hopefully.
Who's really running the town?
I would love to do an interview on Weird News because we always end with so many questions.
Right? I know, but I think Duke is adorable looking. He looks kind of tired, man. Like, he's already had a long day in the office.
Yeah, he does.
That picture. Like, maybe, and this might be his last time running. Who knows? He might be done with it after this.
I know I'd vote for him.
That's what I'm saying, man.
We've got a commercial break right now.
Right.
When we come back, we'll talk about other stuff.
Of course.
Want to find out what movies to go see? Then check out the GSMC Movie Podcast. It's your ticket to the latest movies, whether it's a new blockbuster event, romantic, comedy, or action flick. This show has got it all covered. They talk some what to go see now. Don't bother. What's hot on Netflix and everything in between. That's gsmcpodcast.com/movie-podcast. When it's all about the movies, it has to be this new show. Don't forget to like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. Visit gsmcpodcast.com for more info.
Hey, greetings, ladies and gentlemen, people of Earth.
Yes.
It's good to be back.
Yes.
And outer space. If you're seeing this in the International Space Station, get back to work.
Right on.
Yeah.
Look at you being bossy. Let them enjoy the podcast, bro. Let the Martians enjoy, and the Neptunians and the Plutonians.
The Plutonians.
Or Plutonians. How about that? There you go.
That sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we just talked about stuff, and we'll keep talking about stuff. That's how this show's going to go.
Stuff.
Right now, we're going to be talking about this Vietnamese woman.
Oh, goodness.
Who she cut off her limbs for an insurance payout.
I mean, what is wrong with people?
She cut off half of her arm and a leg to get an insurance. She paid an arm and a leg for.
Oh, dude, you cornball!
That's such bad.
You couldn't resist, could you? You couldn't resist.
She's now handicapped. That's but so she cut off her arm and her leg, her foot. She paid somebody to do it $2,200 to get it done, to sever the limbs. Her aim was to get $150,000 worth from her insurance company. So whenever the bystander, the person who did the cutting, came across her and said, "Oh, look, she's hurt. Everybody, quick, call the police." It didn't take them long to figure out that she paid her to do it, and that this was all just a fake way to get a scam.
It's just so wrong, dude. It's just so wrong on so many levels. I don't even know what to say about this, dude. This is just truly, come on, you can say it with me, disturbing.
Yeah.
It's disturbing, bro.
I didn't know which were the three words it was going to be.
Disturbing.
It's that is
very
a disturbing
creepy.
one.
Really? I mean, over $100,000 in Vietnam will go far. American money's worth a lot in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So, but who does this? You sever your limbs for an insurance settlement? Seriously?
And it didn't even work. Now she's for
probably
nothing.
Not go to jail.
She actually didn't go to jail. That's the big thing. They don't have a law for this because this is a really weird case of insurance fraud that didn't work out.
She needs to go see a psychiatrist immediately. Who does that, dude?
I don't know.
Not with the full deck, bro. Not with the full deck.
No. Wait, do you mean that she's crazy?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The lights are on, but nobody's home.
It's a really weird situation to be in, though, right? I mean, the fact that
it's never that deep, bro. It's never that deep. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You about to say something?
But it's going to say how bad things are for her right now. If that's if she wants to have
but
to
they're not that bad, bro. Where you cut off your own limbs, it's never that bad, bro.
We never know.
Yeah.
What about that Saw movie where you have to cut off your leg to survive?
A fictional horror film. Come on, dude.
As far as we know, it could have been based off of a very true story.
Whatever.
But I don't know. Maybe she was in the depths of starving. Either way, if you had the money to shell out to pay for the cutting off, though,
nobody's cutting off nothing for me, dude. Just saying.
Really?
Really.
I might have a price.
Well, Not surprised, Jordan.
I might.
Not surprised.
It'd have to be more than
You have a
150,000.
price, Jordan, but I still don't think you go. You wouldn't. You have a price, but you're not going to go through with it.
No, I wouldn't go through with it. You're right. As I'm thinking about it now,
I know you. You like the idea of it, but you won't do it.
I like the idea of having a lot of money. I don't like the idea of, which is why I won't go through with it.
That's what I'm saying. See?
Yeah.
Nailed it. So what else you have for me here? Something about KFC?
Yeah, KFC has now released a new sunscreen cream that's going to help.
So why is KFC releasing a sunscreen, first of all? You're a fast food product.
You can smell like extra crispy chicken. That's the thing of it. You're supposed to...
You're joking, right? This is not real.
Absolutely not joking.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this is a real thing.
No way.
It actually came from... they had
extra crispy sunscreen? Oh, God. Oh, man. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, the thing is, they said the only skin that should be extra crispy this summer is on your fried chicken, which is a really good way. Like, if this is all just to make one little pun, well done, KFC.
Well, yeah. So this isn't real, then? You're trying to tell me that it's real?
No, this is real. You can get it. They're giving away 3,000 bottles of it.
Where?
Just, around. It's already happened. If anybody that's listening to this, the boat's going, you can't get those sunscreen bottles, but pretty cool stuff, right? KFC's been doing a lot of weird things that we've been seeing.
Well, I've enjoyed the multiple people playing the Colonel. The newest one. The first one I saw was Norm Macdonald was the first one. And then I think the third one here is and on the second one was Jim Gaffigan, I think. Was the second one.
Did they replace Norm Macdonald?
Dude, I know you watch TV.
I don't watch commercials, no. I've got the Hulu and the Netflix.
And you miss out, bro.
I do.
So the first one was Norm Macdonald playing the Colonel.
Yeah.
Second one was Jim Gaffigan. Is that his name?
Yeah.
I like him. He ain't right. And then the third one, the extra crispy Colonel, is George Hamilton.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Good for George Hamilton.
Yeah, but I like that they're doing this with the Colonel. I think that's cool and cute, and it's gonna get. See, I remember, so it's good marketing. I think it's very clever, and that way the Colonel never dies, because the Colonel was like maybe almost 100 when he did die.
Can I say, while we're on the subject of KFC, this is actually a pretty cool jumping off point. People discovered the top secret KFC recipe on the back of an old photo of Colonel Sanders, in an album. So. This guy was doing an interview of it, and they found the recipe. Because
it's hard. That's like a highly guarded secret, bro.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like
don't even tell anybody what it is.
They just stumbled upon it.
I don't want us to get in trouble about it.
The news is out. It's all over now, and people have tried out the recipe. I haven't heard
anything about this.
Really? Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. 11 spices and herbs.
Really? Because it is good, bro.
With 2 cups of white flour. Somebody did a test of it, and they added MSG. It was basically the same thing.
Yeah, man. The original recipe is dope. Okay.
Well,
I didn't know that.
If you've got some paprika or some basil or something.
You stop it. Like I said, I don't want us to get in trouble. I don't want the KFC coming after us.
I think we'll be okay. The cover's blown on
KFC
them.
police, dude.
Google KFC, and it'll just be, the recipe's out now?
No, okay. Look how long it took. That's like over 30 years, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It had to happen eventually, though.
Oh, yeah. So what's up with this, in our good state of California, paying people not to commit crimes?
Oh, yeah. That's a weird one. That's a bit of a weird one. Oh, I guess we're doing the show. I guess
yeah.
That's fine. Well, it's a San Francisco suburb is testing the strategy that is called Advance Peace.
Richmond, California.
Yeah.
Home of Locksmith, great rapper.
Do you live in Richmond, California?
Nope. I almost did, but I don't.
Okay.
I came close. I came very close.
Do you wish that you did live in Richmond?
No, I like where I live now.
Yeah. I could live in Richmond. That sounds nice.
Yeah. It definitely has it's nice things about it. Definitely. So, yeah, Richmond has some coolness to it. Definitely. And that's also where Master P was from, too, if you didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, before he moved to Louisiana. Yeah.
A lot of history there.
Yep.
Well, there's this thing right now where you can earn up to $1,000 a month just by not being a criminal anymore.
So, and we were talking about this before the podcast. Yeah. So basically, that means this is for people who are ex-cons, because not anybody off the street. I mean, otherwise, anybody off the street be like, hey, I want to commit a crime, give me some money.
Yeah, it's an 18-month fellowship, and it hires convicted felons to court troubled youth. So far they avoided arrest due to lack of evidence, with offers of like cash and out-of-town vacations. So, I mean, you basically you're being a good person and you get money for it.
But the problem with this is that you're still kind of enabling these young people. You don't reward them for doing what the right thing is supposed to be anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I disagree with this program. I think that, it's good to have programs for ex-cons. I think that's good. That's very positive. I think you need programs to help people readjust back into society, but I'm not going to give you money because you didn't commit a crime. You weren't supposed to commit a crime in the first place.
I mean, I definitely see your point, and you're not the only person that said this. It's been very controversial. Some people see it as a good thing. Some people don't.
I'm not going to stop this program. I'm not saying
it's an interesting experiment.
People. Yeah, it is an interesting experiment.
Because there's a possibility that something really great's going to come out of this, and there's a possibility it's going to be a big waste of money.
Well, see, and the thing is, too, is that what we find out is that a lot of times people do these things because they don't have resources. Yeah. So it's important to help people who get out of jail, to help them to reintegrate back into society in the most positive and prosperous way possible. Yeah. Because that just makes you have a better society. So just my thoughts on that. But I commend them for doing something. So yeah. I think that's cool that they're doing something, but I think they need to tweak this a little bit more.
Me too. I'd be interested to see how this turns out. So maybe we can have a follow-up
exactly.
on the advanced piece.
Yeah, definitely. But definitely, like I said, I commend them for doing something because they care. So that's, a lot of people don't care. So
if they say about caring, it's half the battle.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. They don't say that, but it sounds good.
No, it does. I think I replaced the word knowing. You'd be surprised how much you can get away with
knowing
saying
and caring, baby.
Battle.
Knowing and caring. You just combine them, man. That's what you got to do.
Learning, it's half the battle. It applies to everything.
I hear you. I hear you. So that's cool. So Richmond, California, stand up. That's cool. Respect. There you go.
So we're going to have to go to a commercial break now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When we come back, we are going to finish the show. So you guys just think
Oh, really?
So think of...
You all right over there, dude?
Think of commercials as half the battle. We'll see you guys very soon.
This guy. What was that?
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Greetings and salutations.
Yes.
It's the GSMC Weird News Podcast.
Oh, yeah, right. This is true, and you're aware of that. That's good. Before the break, man, I don't know, you had me a little scared, dude.
No.
You were like, when we get back, we're going to close the show. I'm like, Jordan, are you there?
I think that was a good outro. Despite what you think, I think that one was fun.
You were a little loopy.
You laughed. You laughed. That was the point.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll make sure you're there with me.
I'm always here.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to be, singing "Wish You Were Here."
That's so sweet of you. You never sing for me.
Right.
We have a new article here. This is about these robbers that got locked up in New Jersey in a cell phone store, and the crowd just watched them and recorded them on their phones, and it must have been a lot of fun to be there. So
what happened here, dude?
Okay, so these guys came into the store, right, pointed a gun at the shop owner and, asked, to empty out the drawer and take everything. The shop owner immediately left and ran out the store. When he ran out the store, he shut the blinders on the store, the protecting, the metal bars, and locked them inside the store. So, and then called the cops. So while the cops are coming, everybody's standing outside the store and watching them. It's actually really funny to see these two guys like panicking walking around the store while these people are just outside, just slowly gathering more and more.
Okay, so he locked them into the store. How come they just didn't just break through the glass and leave?
Because, the metal bars that are on glass, like say at a mall or something when it's closing.
Oh, so those were down?
Yeah, what do you call those?
I don't know. Okay, so
it didn't occur to me until right now that there's a name for it.
I see them in the picture here.
Yeah.
So how did they escape if the metal bars were down? That's what I'm confused.
They were able to escape through a little window in the back when they found it. They were able to break through it.
And they're all on video.
Yeah, and actually the cops did not come for like 30 minutes, 20 minutes. They were waiting because the cops
This was in Jersey?
They didn't know that the criminals were already there apprehended. They thought that it was just a shoplifting incident.
That's unacceptable. It doesn't matter. If you get a call for, a burglary, you're supposed to get your butt there.
Yeah, well, they heard that. Like, he called them back and said they have a gun. They're in the store. So then they rushed there, but it was a little too
Tommy
late.
Torres here was the owner or the manager. Excuse me.
So the one of the burglars,
this is in Patterson,
robbers,
New Jersey. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, once New Jersey City, it's all New Jersey. It's not like Houston and Dallas, Texas. It's just New Jersey. So the burglars, when they were looking for a way to escape, they were pounding on the glass door. They were doing this and that, and they finally grabbed some keys, the master keys to the store, and they handed them to somebody outside. So hopefully they'll unlock the bars for them. But the person outside just grabbed the keys and gave it to the store owner. So it seemed like everybody was just collectively laughing at them for this.
Yeah, dumbest burglars ever.
Yeah, but that's they escaped in the end, though. They did get away with it, and cops are now going to be. They said they'll be retraining their the operators, to make sure that this doesn't happen again, where it's 30 minutes.
Well,
waiting
thank
for
goodness there was no
to pick them up.
fatality. This is not cool, dude. Wow. You get a call and you drag your feet getting there.
Yeah, that's basically what happened in a nutshell.
So they called 3 times, looks like.
Mm-hmm. They called
ridiculous.
3 times, and each 10-minute intervals. And everyone's just, you can slowly see there's a video of it where people are starting to gather up and just kind of watch and spectate as things are happening. But eventually, they ended up getting away. I can't stress that enough. That's, they're so close, they're so close to being captured. Everything was done like, this is a tremendous story. I kind of wish they got caught at this point. I mean, I very much wish they got caught.
I feel like there might need to be some discipline done to in regards to the police department. And like I said, it's a miracle that there was no fatalities with this. You know what I mean? You shouldn't have to call 3 times when your cell phone store is being robbed.
Well, I think that they didn't know that it was a robbery in progress. So they thought that it was already
They called
happened.
3 times, Jordan. Listen, look at it again. They called 3 times.
Yeah, no,
I mean, what do they have to say? I mean, I'm being robbed. There's a gun.
That's why they're going to be retraining them.
Really, dude? If you can see, look at my face right now. Retraining them? How about firing them?
I think it was protocol. I mean, I don't know. Not for me to say. I don't live in New Jersey, nor am I a police.
Think about what I said in regards to, it's a miracle there was no fatality. I shouldn't have to call the police 3 times after the first time I tell you I'm being robbed. That means you should be on your way here. And then you shut the metal doors to trap them. You're doing my job for me to an extent, and you still messed that up. It's not cool, man. According to this, if this story is correct, if what we're reading is accurate, what we researched, if that's accurate, then that's just not cool, dude. It's just not cool. I mean, think about that, man. Think about that. What if that was your store? You'd be furious with the cops. You would be furious.
Yeah,
I said, it's a miracle that nobody got shot. So, it's cool that spectators were able to laugh at it, but it really was no joking matter in that sense. I mean, and this man had enough ingenuity to shut his metal doors like they were closing down in the mall.
Yeah.
And so if the police would have got there, 15, 20 minutes earlier, they could have caught these guys, right?
Yeah, but if they didn't know they had a gun, and I mean, it's New Jersey. It's a busy. It is.
Jordan,
it is.
No, nobody wants to hear that when you're the victim, dude. Nobody wants to hear that you're making excuses. Nobody wants to hear that.
I'm not. Let's not make it about me making excuses for the police. I'm
just saying though. I mean,
I'm being the counterpoint to your point.
I'm just letting you know, if you have a cell phone store and you're being robbed, and you are able to call the police once, and then you do it twice, then you do it 3 times, and you're able to shut the doors in so you can partially lock these guys in, it should be a slam dunk.
No, yeah, it should be.
So you saying, oh, well, they need to get retrained. Well, no.
I'm not saying they need to. That's what they're said. They're going to retrain them.
Yeah, it sounds like some people need to be disciplined. Yeah, that's unacceptable. Because this would be a whole different conversation if somebody got shot.
Oh, definitely. And that's why as soon as they knew they had the gun, then they did something about it.
Yeah, man, it's not cool, dude. Yeah, I would be looking a little sideways at the police department in that regard.
Anyways,
that response is not good at all. Like I said, it's a good thing that nobody got hurt. But yeah, that's a kind of disturbing story there in a sense.
I'm glad everybody's okay. That's the important thing.
Oh, definitely. Right? Yeah, definitely. So
Oh, I was about to say, with that being said, I think that's the show we've done. Yeah.
Okay.
That wraps things up for us.
I mean, if you think I'm being, like I said, I'm not trying to be critical, but just looking at the story, man, it's just, it's just kind of bizarre, man. It's just not,
I'll yell at you about it after we go through there.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, no. But
all right, so we're done for this podcast.
Yeah, this is our show right now.
Right on. So we got more for you in the next podcast, so stick around. Stay tuned.
Yeah, bulls being glow in the dark and things on that sort. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So, but once again, we do appreciate everyone who listens. So you can find us on GSMCpodcast.com. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Instagram. I'm Keith, and that's
Jordan.
And we'll see you somewhere out in space.
Sounds good.